All right. And welcome to GNAPcast. My name is David.
My name is Seth, and we have a special guest joining us today. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Kellyn Post.
Great, Kellyn, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm a junior English major from Washington State.
Nice.
Washington State, that's a long way away.
Yes, it is.
A little bit.
Do you ever drive here, or is it always just flying?
I've driven here every time so far.
Oh my.
Wow, that's like a 2-day drive at least.
Easily.
More than that.
Oh, all right. So now, Kellyn, as a guest, this is your opportunity that you can ask us a couple questions about ourselves. Anything you want?
Favorite songs?
All right, you can go first, Seth.
I hate this question because I can't ever decide what
I
my
know,
favorite
there
song
are
is.
so many. Oh, my word.
One of my favorite songs as of this week is Somebody That I Used to Know by Gautier.
It's true. You've been singing that over and over.
I have. It was stuck in my head all last week, and it's still there.
It's a great song, though, that one marimba part that we mentioned, or like the xylophone where it's a C instead of a D because the chord is a D.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work.
But like we
Okay.
mentioned in the last episode, nobody's really going to notice.
Yeah, well, there's a couple select few, like me.
The few, the proud.
I have to say, one of my favorite songs, it's kind of a random song, but it's the song Octavarium by Dream Theater. It's like a
Ooh.
24-minute long song, but it's in 5 parts, and it tells the story of things happening in cycles, like recursion,
Interesting.
and it's actually a really cool song. The guitar solo at the end is really epic. It ends in a high F for a
it would
guitar,
be a
which
guitar solo.
you can't even hit a high F unless you like bend it up, which is what he does. It's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So with that, now we're going to start playing a game. It's going to be called, what is it called? Guess Who?
It's
That's not
Would
right.
You Rather.
It is Would You Rather, and we're going to play that. And Kellyn is going to start as our arbiter, but then we're going to switch and have each one of us go around in a circle asking the questions. So Kellyn, you can go ahead and start.
Okay. First question is, would you rather spend a year alone in a deep sea submarine or spend a year alone in a space station?
Ooh. Immediately, I'm going to say space station, just because that sounds more fun.
You know, I think I would have to agree. As much as I love water, and as much as it would be cool to live on a submarine, space is still space. And
Space! Oh.
I've always loved space. And so living there would just be a dream come true, in a sense.
It really would. And you can't beat the view in space. My problem with a submarine would be that if you have the submarine anywhere practical, it's either too close to the surface or it's dark. And there's not as good of a
Yeah.
view. Now, if it was Atlantis, that I could get behind. That would be awesome.
Well,
but-
someone needs to discover it first.
Or just build one. You know, that would be cool.
Rebuild Atlantis.
What do you mean rebuild? It hasn't been built yet. Oh, wait. No.
Don't
But I would
tell
have to
Plato.
go with a space station on that one. What's
I
the
would
actual
agree.
answer? Does it tell you what the answer is?
I don't think so.
Go ahead and tap on the one that we both said.
It refreshed, so
Ah.
we'll
All
never
right.
know.
We'll never know.
So that was a good brain teaser. All right, Seth is going to be the next arbiter, and
All
Kellyn and I
right.
will discuss.
So the question that I have for you two is, would you rather be stung by 20 bees in random locations or have each shin kicked hard 10 times?
Well, it depends on how hard your shin is actually being kicked. Like, for example, if, not to pick on Kellyn, but Kellyn, if you were kicking my shins, it wouldn't be as bad as if like an actual like professional soccer player was kicking my shins.
That's fair.
So in that sense, I would rather have that. I don't think I just want to be stung at all. I can't stand needles personally.
I would go with neither on that.
Well, that's not how the game works.
What?
If you had to choose between one of those two.
And remember, you can make the rules however you want them to be. So kicked hard by a toddler could be an option.
This is true.
I would go with that.
Loophole.
It'd be so
Yeah,
adorable.
that's true. It doesn't say who's doing the kicking.
No, it doesn't.
So maybe if I got kicked by a cat in the shins, I don't know.
Oh, that sounds great.
All right.
And the actual answer is?
Well, it looks like 58% of people who played the game agree with you guys.
Hey, we're good at this.
Yay.
All right, and your question for the two of you now.
All right.
Now, would you rather have death by an electric chair or death by lethal injection?
Oh, my.
Not to be morbid or anything, but if you
Wow.
were to die, would you rather die by being electrocuted or die by being shot with the needle? Wait,
Well, who's sterilizing the needle? Is it sterilized?
it's a lethal injection, so you're gonna die.
Yeah,
It's
but I
gonna
would-
happen.
If I were going to die by lethal injection, I would at least want the needle to be sterilized.
I don't think it makes that much of a difference.
It really doesn't, but I'm picking at hairs here.
Oh, okay.
I would actually say I would rather face death by electric chair because that sounds cooler.
That would be quite shocking. Okay. All right.
I think I would rather go with the injection.
Ooh.
Oh no! Now the question is, which one do I pick between the two of you?
Pick
right.
your favorite one and see what the
All
response
right.
was.
And the correct response, the most popular response, is death by lethal injection.
Oh, so I'm in the minority here. Interesting.
What a shocking. Okay, I've already used that.
You already used that joke.
I don't know what you're talking about. That was a long time ago. All right.
All right, Kellyn, back to you.
Okay. Would you rather only be able to laugh at violently racist jokes or only be able to laugh at intricate Star Trek jokes?
Well, that one's easy. Star Trek.
I mean, we both kind of already do the
Right.
second one.
I prefer not to laugh at racist
Yeah.
jokes. So
Agreed.
that was easy.
That one was the one that was less problematic than the others.
All right. Boy, I
Wow,
like this game.
less
This is super easy. All right. Seth.
All right. Would you rather be deaf and have no legs or be blind and have no arms?
Well, that one's easy for me. So, Kellyn?
Neither.
No, but that's not how the game works.
I don't care.
That's okay.
I really like having arms, so
Was it blind and no arms?
Yes,
Was that one of the
blind
options?
and no arms or deaf and have no legs.
Okay, well, for me, I would clearly rather be blind than deaf. I much prefer being able to hear things. I like music, and I don't need my arms anyways. That's not entirely true. I wouldn't be able to make music, but I could still listen to it.
I'm
is
a
true.
violinist, so I kind of like my arms.
Oh,
I am also a violinist, but I'd much rather listen to music than have to, than be playing it. But
fair
if
enough.
I was deaf, that would just be terrible.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't. Well, I mean, I'm already mostly blind anyways. I had a whole bunch of experiences on stage where I was basically blind because I couldn't wear my glasses, so that was interesting.
That was interesting.
What is the popular opinion?
I went out of it too quickly, so
Oh, no.
I did not look.
We'll never know.
Hang on, I can go back to it.
Ooh.
So the popular opinion is, it looks like be deaf and have no legs.
All right. Well, I mean, they're all wrong, so
Or they're all right.
maybe I'm wrong. I don't think that's true.
All right, what's the next question?
The next question this is a very, very difficult one.
Uh-oh.
Would you rather be James Bond or be Doctor Who?
Oh my goodness.
Kellyn just has this blank stare on her face of like, I don't know, this is too hard of a choice for me.
Can I say both?
You can, but that's not allowed in the game.
Oh,
I would have to go with Doctor Who.
I think I would agree. I would have to go with Doctor Who. I mean, James
He
Bond
lives
is
longer.
James Bond is cool, but you can't beat a Time Lord.
That's true. Although, unfortunately, the popular vote is that only 33% of people want to be Doctor Who. So you
Really?
guys are both in the minority.
Wow. Well,
To be fair, we are geeks and nerds, so
this is also
That is
our
true.
show.
it's kind of true. So, all right, Kellyn, what is our next question?
Okay. Would you rather always have fingernails 5 inches or longer or have a snorkel on your face permanently?
Well, if I had a snorkel on my face permanently, I could go swimming and I'd be a lot better at it,
This
right?
is true.
Maybe. I don't know. That might slow me down if I was trying to swim.
It might.
Having long fingernails could act as flippers, though. So maybe that would be better for swimming. I would always have weapons. Like that girl from the X-Men movie with like the fingernail claws that was also adamantium.
Yeah.
So if the fingernails always regenerate, then if you have to have them that long, then you can attack people. If they break off, they grow right back, you know?
But realistically, how often are you in a combat situation?
I don't like to talk about such things. I'm kidding. I'm not in combat, but that'd be cool though. I don't know.
I think I would have to go with the snorkel. As a guitarist,
Oh,
I
Yeah.
need
That
my
makes sense.
fingertips.
well, I mean, you could probably still play guitar
Well, it would
if
be,
you played it like flat finger,
it would
maybe.
be significantly harder to play guitar.
Bar chords wouldn't be too bad.
Well, that and just living day to day. I mean, you
Well,
can't really
people
do that.
People do that normally.
I know, and
Some
I don't
people
understand it.
do. Just making a sandwich would be hard. My goodness.
Yeah.
And typing.
I don't know.
Oh, don't even get
Yeah.
me started on typing.
That wouldn't work.
All
That
right,
wouldn't
so
work at
What is
all.
the popular vote on that question?
Let's see.
the answer
59% would rather have fingernails 5 inches or longer.
Really?
Oh.
Wow, we are getting a lot of minority opinions here in the
All right.
studio.
Well, the good news is we are minority. Wait, no. We are normal geeks. So we are in the minority. That
if-
just happens.
If the word normal can be applied to geeks. But
Maybe.
all right, next
The next
question. Would you rather always wear clothes you like but everyone else hates, or always wear clothes you hate but everyone else loves?
Well, as a nerd/geek myself, I'm clearly in the first for most other things, so I would rather wear stuff that I enjoyed, even if people don't like it.
Fair
I
enough.
wouldn't mind going around in a clown costume all day.
I would definitely go with that too.
You know, I gotta be honest here. If I could get away with it, I would go around dressed like a Jedi all day, every day.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But problem is, people don't dislike that one very much, so
Eh,
you wouldn't
this
be able
is
to wear
true.
that, which is terrible.
Depends on who you're talking to.
You just go around in a Darth Maul costume all the time. There you go.
All right, so it looks like we have a popular opinion for once.
Oh, what in the world?
55% of viewers.
Oh, it's close though.
Oh.
It is close, but we did pick the popular opinion this time around.
Hey, all right. And your next question is: would you rather
Uh-oh.
die
Oh,
a
no.
hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain? This is a reference to a popular movie, I'm
This
sure.
is a reference to The Dark Knight.
Of course, one of my favorite movies, to be honest.
Oh, yes.
So, would you rather die as Two-Face or live long, or die as Harvey Dent, or become Two-Face? Except in the more abstract sense.
I'm going to make a bold choice here, and I'm going to say I would live to become the villain.
You would rather be the villain.
I would be alive still.
Oh, that's true.
So
to be
there-
fair, you have that epic Joker voice.
This is
So-
true. But if I were still alive, there would be still a chance that I could be redeemed and that I
Oh,
wouldn't
that's
have to
true.
be the villain anymore.
Fair enough. Or you could live as the villain long enough to see yourself become the hero, like Megamind. Boom. All right.
I think I would go with dying as a hero.
Wants to make a
Ooh, we
bold
have
statement
another
rather than a
split.
bold choice. All right. I'm just going to pick the one that's in red because I like that color kind of. Oh, and the popular opinion is die a hero. So,
Wow.
Seth, once again, you are in the minority.
What's new?
Not that. And the next question is...
All right.
The question is, would you rather have your face on the $1 bill or have your face on the $100 bill?
Ooh, would you rather be the face that everybody wants to have or the face that everybody sees?
Or the face that everyone needs.
Ooh, are you the face that they need right now or that they want? Wait, that's not right.
Are you the face they deserve or the face they need?
Would you rather be George Washington or Ben Franklin?
Ben Franklin, without
Oh,
a
yeah.
doubt. I would pick the $100 bill.
Based on that logic alone, I'm going to have to go with the $100 bill.
If I were to have my face on a bill, though, I would want the picture to be really good.
Oh,
Or the artistic impression of
I don't
the
know if there's
picture
such
to
a
be really
picture that
good.
exists of me, so I don't know if this would work. And the popular vote is...
Let us see.
Oh, we
not
seem to have lost that question.
Yeah.
The question has disappeared.
I don't
into
even remember what the
ether.
question... Oh, it was the dollar bill.
Yeah.
Well, clearly the obvious answer is the $100
Yeah.
bill, because everyone likes having their own face on more money. Is that how it works?
We'll go with that.
All right.
All right, the next question. Would you rather stub your toe or get a paper cut?
Ooh. Well, see, if you stub your toe, it does hurt and you hop around on one foot like a chicken for a while, but then it goes away pretty quickly. Whereas if you give yourself a paper cut, you might not notice it at first, but as soon as you try to wash your hands or do anything with liquid, you're like, oh, yep, there's a paper cut. Ow.
I think I would go with stubbing my toe for that reasoning. It's typically over a lot faster.
That would make sense. The toe is the perfect instrument for finding furniture in the dark.
Yes,
I have
it
found.
is.
It is very unfortunate.
Fair enough.
To be
No,
fair, if you're just wearing heavy boots, you could stub your toe, but not really stub your toe.
Well, this is true.
But you can't give yourself a paper cut and not give yourself a paper cut by wearing gloves because that you would have to get a hole in your gloves or something. So
This is true.
I'll go with stub my toe.
All right. Now, Kellyn, I have to ask, how often do you get paper cuts as an English major? Does that happen all the
Ooh.
time?
Not all the time, but I did get one fairly recently.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
I think I still have it actually.
Oh, so she's got a bias against paper cuts.
Ooh, that one is very, very close. 51% of players said stub your toe.
Oh, we're in the majority. Well, that doesn't make any sense. Now we got to redo the whole show.
Oh, no.
Just
You need
kidding.
to start over.
All right. The next question is, would you rather get killed by your boyfriend/girlfriend or get killed by your best friend?
What?
That's kind of morbid
That's
now that I think
kind
about
of
it.
the same question.
Now, I can't answer that because honestly, those two are the same person for me. So,
I mean, I would be less surprised if my best friend killed me, to be honest, but
is
You
there
know-
a backstory here?
I think I would have to agree, actually. I would be a lot less surprised if my best friend killed me.
But would you rather have that? That's the real question.
If it's
here.
a choice between the two, I think I would pick my best friend.
All right. And the popular vote is 42% would rather be killed by their best friend.
Wow.
Apparently, people
Interesting.
just don't trust their significant other. I don't understand.
That's so sad.
I don't know. Or maybe people just randomly picked.
Next is, would you rather be a contestant on Wheel of Fortune or be a contestant on Jeopardy?
Ooh.
Oh, no.
Well, it depends. If it's Jeopardy where I happen to know a lot of the categories already and am familiar, like if it was very nerdy Jeopardy with Star Wars trivia, with, Lego trivia and all these other random video game trivia stuff, I think I'd do well there. Wheel of Fortune, there's still that chance for the wheel, and I don't know if I could deal with that as well. But if I don't know anything, I would want the chance, wouldn't I?
I hope you know something.
Well, that's true. If I know something, I would rather have the chance. But if I have a good chance on Jeopardy, I think I'd go with Jeopardy. Also, it's blue rather than green.
This is true.
I like blue better.
Both of these would be a dream come true for me.
Ooh.
I've grown up watching Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy since I can remember.
Hashtag get Seth on a game show. Oh,
I think I'm actually going to have to disagree. I'm going to go with Wheel of Fortune on this one.
interesting. Do you win more money if you win Wheel of Fortune?
You don't, but I enjoy word games a lot.
Oh, that's
and
true.
I would feel more confident about doing that
that's
than
true.
a trivia game.
Oh, I kind of agree with that. I'm still going to go with Jeopardy just so we have the dramatic tension. Oh, and the answer is?
The result is 74% of the people would rather be on Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, I'm in the minority. All right.
All right.
What else is new? The next question is?
Would you rather sleep on an amazingly comfortable bed that someone died in or sleep on a bed of nails?
I would like to know who writes these questions.
I would too,
also,
to be honest.
But that's not one of the answers we can pick, unfortunately. Now, the thing is, it depends on how superstitious you are and also how recently the person died. Like, if the person is still in the bed and they're dead, I would not rather sleep there. But I mean, if it was like 50 years ago, and I mean, it's been 50 years, if the bed's super comfy, I'd rather sleep on that than a bed of nails. Although it depends on the kind of nails, too.
So you'd prefer a legendary bed that someone once upon a time
Oh, absolutely.
died
It
in.
would make a great story.
When you put it like that, I think I'm tempted to agree with you.
Oh, yeah. As long as it was a long time ago. I mean, if they're still lying in the bed, that raises a lot of legal questions, and I'd rather not deal with that.
Where were you when this person was murdered?
I was asleep. Right next to the... Wait.
All right, Kellyn, what are you thinking?
I think I would have to agree with that.
All right.
All
A
right,
bed
this-
of nails does not sound fun.
It really doesn't.
And it looks like the majority of players agree with you. 86% would rather
Wow.
sleep on an amazingly comfortable bed that someone died in.
And up next, we have a fashion question. So, Seth, this is going to be difficult for you. I'm sorry.
Hey.
That's okay. All right. So now the question is, would you rather wear ugly gloves or an ugly hat?
That's a very strange question.
It is, but it's the most important question you'll ever be asked. So you better have a good answer.
Couldn't you just take them off?
Apparently
That's
not.
true.
I don't know. Well, the question is, would you rather wear one of them? So you have to wear it at least at some point. What is an ugly glove, anyways? What does that even look like?
I'm not sure how unless it's like an ugly Christmas sweater, but gloves instead.
So ugly mittens?
Basically.
Maybe.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking, at least.
But nobody really judges you by your mittens, do they?
Hmm.
I mean, I might, but
Oh, right. I forget who we are talking to. So,
You know-
Kellyn, what is your actual input here, as opposed to our hypotheses?
I would probably go with the hat just because I don't really wear gloves.
That's fair.
That works.
I would pick the ugly hat for a completely different reason.
Because
I
they're
would-
more fun to wear?
I would pick the ugly hat because it'd be a great conversation starter.
Ooh, that's a good point.
It also does depend on the definition of ugly.
This is also
That's
true.
Unfortunately, both of you are completely wrong because 70% would rather wear the ugly
Oh,
gloves.
what?
I guess gloves are easier to hide?
That's true.
Just
I don't know.
walk around with your hands in your pockets all day.
Something like that. And the next question, we have time for a couple more, I think.
Yeah.
Next question is, would you rather punch a pilgrim or eat an avocado?
You know, I've
Who
never
writes
actually...
these questions? I'm genuinely curious now.
So would you rather be way back in the era where there were actually pilgrims,
And
or would you rather
smallpox.
be a millennial and eat avocado and toast and whatever millennials eat nowadays? I don't know. I've never actually had avocado. I don't know how much hate I'm going to get for that, but I've never had it.
I don't like avocado.
I don't either. I think I would still rather eat avocado than punch a pilgrim, to be honest.
Well, it depends. If it's Is it an actual person that's a pilgrim? Is it just a depiction? Is it a pillow that says pilgrim on it? Is it like a type of candy bar? I don't know. It depends. Also, it depends on your definition of punch. Like if it just means giving him a glass of punch. I mean, I would use that. Like if I gave someone a glass of punch, I'd be like, aha, I've punched you. And then they would sip the punch and be ever so grateful that it didn't actually hit them. So I don't know. I'm not feeling the avocado, so I'm not going to go with that one.
I'm going to stick with avocado.
All right,
on this
we agreed
one.
to disagree. And the answer is
60 people would rather eat an avocado.
60 people. But what is the percentage?
60%, sorry.
Oh, okay. 60% of people would rather eat the avocado.
right.
All right. Well, that's because they're not creative in their interpretation of punch. Clearly. All right, Seth.
All right.
Next
let's see.
question
What
is.
have we got here? Ooh, this is going to be a question that touches on your dark side.
Oh, dear.
Would you
Are there
rather?
cookies involved?
There are not,
Oh,
unfortunately.
man. All right.
Would you rather always know when people are lying or always get away with lying?
Ooh, would I rather be a lawyer or a lawyer? I'm kidding. Only
No,
slightly.
the correct answer is would you rather be a lawyer or a politician?
Oh, okay. Well, personally, I think I'd rather be able to detect when people are lying. I feel like you can make a better career out of detecting people lying than you could lying yourself, because eventually you would
That's
be
fair.
found out. Unless it's true that you always get away with it. But even then, I don't know. I don't think I'd prefer that. I'd rather be able to tell. You could go to like the circus and be like, aha, I can always tell when you're lying because your left eye twitches and your heart rate speeds up and you're left-handed or something. I don't know.
Hey!
Oh, sorry. That was a joke. I don't actually know how people tell.
I love mysteries, so I would rather go with being able to detect lying because then I could pretend to be a detective, and that would be awesome.
You wouldn't have to pretend. You could
Oh,
actually
that's
be a pretend detective.
You'd be the best
You could actually
detective.
be a detective. That would be great. And the answer is?
All right. The popular opinion is, that's not what I was expecting, actually. 57% of players would rather always know when people are lying.
Hey, so do I win?
You don't win. It just means people are more honest than I was expecting them to be on the internet.
Oh,
Ooh.
well, that is a surprise now that I think
Yeah.
about it. All right, this is a very, very difficult question for the two of you. Would you rather eat 50 celery sticks every day or eat 50 Brussels sprouts every day?
Celery sticks.
Celery.
Oh, well,
Absolutely
that was
celery.
easy. And the answer is 74% of people would rather eat the celery. So,
I'm not surprised at all.
all right, I've never actually had Brussels sprouts, I think, but I've had celery.
I've had Brussels sprouts, and I'm not a fan.
All right. So we found out that we don't like Brussels sprouts, and some of us don't like avocado. And all right. So we're going to go ahead and wrap up this episode here. Thank you for joining us on the GNAPcast, Kellyn.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
And one of the special traditions we do when we end is we're going to have you pick a random note, and we're going to sing goodbye in that particular key. So you can go ahead and choose a random note.
G above middle C.
The G above middle C. We have to go into our falsetto voice here. All right. So I'll go for the tonic, and you go for the third of the chord. All right. I think we can do this. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Goodbye.